All right, we're going to do a little bit of zhuāng or standing meditation. And there's different styles of this, but I'm going to show you a little bit from what's called Yiquan-style or mind boxing style standing meditation. So I don't know if you can see, I got two friends behind me that are kind of just standing pretty still. We'll use them for inspiration. Find yourself in a stable spot, an auspicious place to take your stand. Stand with your feet about hip width apart, that is kind of the hip socket width apart, about a foot distance between your feet, between the heels. Doesn't have to be too precise though for our purposes. And then sink your hips back a little bit. Like there's a low wall behind you and you're just gonna kind of lean your butt against it. Not a deep squat or anything, just a little bit of sinking backward by bending the knees a bit. Then imagine a thin string or filament is pulling up on the crown point of your head to elongate the spine. And then you're going to take your arms and you're going to reach them out in front like you're embracing a big old tree. And so you want the middle fingers more or less to be pointing toward each other. I don't know, maybe 6 to 8 inches between them, depending on the size of your body. It doesn't, again, have to be all that perfect. The main thing is to find a space to stand. But it's like you're embracing a tree. So the elbows are out to the side. You don't want the arms stretched way out in front. I mean, you could do that, but that's not our style. You don't want them pulled right in where the elbows are way out to the side, but like a big kind of roundedness here. Like, you know, it's a big old tree in front of you. And the elbows are a little bit lower than the shoulders. You don't want them up like this. You could do that, but that's going to be a little bit harder than you need to make it. So lower the elbows a little bit, but you don't want them collapsing in. You don't want like down like this. You want a little bit of kind of openness and expansiveness. And everything is as relaxed as it can be, but you're going to activate your fingers and thumbs like you're stretching them outward to reach outward as if grasping a small rubber ball between each finger. And then the last little bit of nuance here, you're going to tilt your palms upward a bit. So at the center point of each palm, the Lao Gong point is aiming at the space between the eyebrows. That's the Yin Tang point. And if you've been kind of following these instructions, guess what? You've already been doing a bit of standing meditation. But here, now that we've kind of gotten ourselves into the full position, tongue is up to the roof of the mouth. Breathing in and out through the nose if you can. Expansive gaze, the eyes are open, an expansive gaze toward the horizon, whatever's on your horizon. That horizon might be a wall or the back of somebody else's head, depending on where you're at, or it could be far off into the distance, but just expansive gaze, imagining that all of the weight of your body can somehow, just by inviting it to do so, it can cascade down through the body, through the feet into the earth. Breathing in as your body expands. Breathe out as your body releases. And you might notice with standing meditation that even after standing and holding the posture for just a few moments, there might be urges to move or like an itch that didn't seem to be there before that wants to be scratched. And if something like that happens, you have the freedom to adjust or to scratch at the itch, but if you're willing to play with it a bit, maybe see if you can kind of smile to it first, or soften into it or under it. See if you can observe it and play with it a bit. Kind of treat it as something interesting to learn from. And if you do decide to adjust the body or move or scratch at an itch or whatever it might be, just observe what happens with that. Does giving the itch or the urge some attention make it go away? Does it strengthen it? Or does it somehow magically transform itself into a different urge or a different itch somewhere else in the body? Just hold this a little bit longer here if we can. Stay with it if you can. Kind of softening into the stillness, but also Well, what the yogis say, maybe bring a little bit of tapas to this, a little bit of intense heat to the discipline of the practice, or fierceness to your practice. Breathing in as you expand and breathe out as you release, holding the standing posture, standing like a post. It's the literal translation, or post standing is the literal translation of zhuāng, or the Chinese for standing meditation. Breathing in as you expand, just imagining that all of the weight cascades down through the body into the earth. And then when you're ready, just let the arms drift down, like and hold on to whatever stillness there might have been there. And you can just go about your day, but one way to come out of a few moments of standing posture is place the hands behind your back, backs of the hands toward the sacrum. Allow and point at the center of each palm lined up. Doesn't matter which hand's forward or back. Just kind of rest them in the sacrum. Begin to rock forward and back as if you're using the mass of your body, and it's shifting forward and back to massage the bottoms of your feet. You can do this 3 times or 6 times or just a few times here. I'm not really counting. And then rock side to side, from the right side of each foot to the left side. Again, using the mass of your body to massage the feet. Coming out of the stillness, and then maybe beginning to spiral around the feet. Doesn't matter which way you go first. We'll do both ways. And when you're getting ready, circle the other way. And then you're done. You come out of it. You look around, kind of, in all seriousness, notice how you feel. And then when you're ready, go about your day and pretend nothing happened. All right. Thanks, everybody.